Everybody, come on. For today's Zoom call. I'm excited. My name is Kelsie, and I'm excited to be part of Project 1000. I'm excited to be part of iMarkets Live. I'm excited to be part of our Spring Hill House of Trades. We have a great team that we have been bringing together and meeting new people and actually making impact in people's life, because the mission is to impact 1,000 families to help them generate $1,000 weekly. And we are definitely moving forward in that vision. We're definitely, connecting with our international family, those who are from South Africa, those who are from Kenya, and any other place in Africa that you are a part of. We are excited to have you on this Zoom call today. So hopefully you were able to get all of your text messages out to your members, and they are able to get on as well. We're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, we are excited about what's going on. We're excited about what's happening, and we are excited about where we are going. And to let you guys know, there's going to be a lot of information you guys are going to receive. So if you have any questions during the duration of this Zoom conference, go ahead and put your questions in the group chat, and either myself or Dr. Kelsie will be able to answer those questions for you later during the process of the Zoom conference. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is, as well as continue to encourage everyone, I'm excited for everyone. And if you are brand new, or even if you are a guest, we're going to go through very quickly the 72-hour fast start, because we want to make sure that everyone is where they are supposed to be in the process of becoming a successful IML trader. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, so you guys will be able to see what I'm looking at and be able to take notes from this. This is also going to be available for team members who may need to see it to pass it down to other team members who weren't able to get on the call today. So what we're going to go over is the fast start to success, which is something that should happen within the first 72 hours of a brand new team member, a brand new customer, or a brand new business partner who becomes a part of iMarkets Live. So the very first thing that we're going to go over is to list 5 specific reasons why you're doing this, and submit it to your sponsor, submit it to your upline. There's one of the things that we really emphasize in Project 1000 is having the value of this company and what you see, what the value of your life, the value of the dreams that you have in your life, the value of where you want to go. With that value, place it on this business and this opportunity of what it's going to do for you, and see that this opportunity is actually going to propel you into the place where you desire to be. So think of the very first 5 specific reasons why you're going to do this. Why are you interested in being an IML trader? Why are you interested in being successful? Or what is it that is your dreams and your desires that you're going to be able to keep at the forefront of your mind for those times where you aren't doing so good, or those times where you are doing good as well? You want to make sure that these 5 specific reasons are listed, that they're in front of you, that you see them every single day, but that you also give them to your sponsor. Because when we have those times where we get a little down and we feel a little defeated, our sponsor, the person who has brought this opportunity to us, who we are connected to, can actually remind us of the reasons why. You said you wanted to build this business because of this, because you said you wanted to have financial freedom in your life. You said you wanted to become a successful IML trader so you can have some extra money, extra spending money, extra money to be able to pay your bills. You want to put your children through school. You want to do, different things. You want to travel. This is the reason why you said you want to do this. And then the next thing, step 2, is to get set up to trade. Become a product of the product. This is very important. All these steps, these first 5 steps, are very important and very vital to the jumpstart and foundation of where you're going to go in IML and as a trader as a successful trader in IML. So you want to go to IML Universe for those who have not gone to it. I know we've gone through it with some people in our team already. And, we can also go through it again to make sure everyone is comfortable and everyone understand what you are looking at, because it's a very comprehensive training platform, and it teaches you how to get set up properly. It teaches you about how to set up your demo account. It teaches you that, you know, they recommend that you demo for the first 45 to 90 days. Because if you're a new person at trading, you want to make sure you get comfortable with how to enter a trade and how to execute a trade and what you're looking at, what the candlesticks are, you know, what's a downtrend. You want to make sure that you are familiar with what you're looking at, so then you can be confident in the trade that you start to get into. Then you want to set up all your services and invest 1 hour a day, just 1 hour a day that you want to do. Let me go ahead and mute everybody real quick. And let's see. Just a moment. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. Okay. Everyone, please make sure you are muted as well, just in case. Okay. So what I was saying was you want to set up all your services and invest 1 hour a day, just 1 hour a day. Sometimes you have to build through the cracks of time. And you want to make sure that you get set up with IML Academy, which is what we go through as a team sometimes. And we'll watch the videos together. But you and your success, because this is our own individual journeys. We're here to be successful. We want to be successful. We have business partners to help us be successful, but ultimately the decision to continue to get the knowledge and the information that we need is up to us. So you must commit to your commitment in building your business or in building as a IML trader. So 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, watching videos on IML Academy, which you can find in your back office. You go through basics 1, 2, 3, and 4, then technical analysis, and then the mindset, because there is a mindset that we must have when we start to trade. We have to look at trades in a certain way, in a particular way that'll help us build confidence. We have to know the technicality of being able to look at a chart, being able to look at certain pairs and know what they're going to do, what they should do, and what they're not supposed to do. So we have to know the terminology and what we're looking at to be able to understand. And when we watch the successful master traders, we're understanding the lingo of what they're saying. And that comes with going through the IML Academy. Third, you want to build a list, because we want to help you get your 2 and free. You want to build a list of potential customers, people that only want to trade. They don't want to build, they just want to trade, which is fine. So you want to build a list of potential customers. Then you want to build a list of 50 business partners. These are people who want to learn how to trade and build. And you can actually distinguish these people, business partners, by looking at this certain criteria, which is people who are 25 and older, married, they have kids, they're a homeowner, they're making $50,000 to $80,000 a year, they are a center of influence, they're teachable and coachable, and they're successful in life. So these people are more apt to having things that they really, really, really want to go after and really want to go forward in. And then you want to learn the power phrase. And the power phrase is for business partners. It's for business partners. Power phrase is, in the last 10 years, the amount of money that has flowed through your bank account, how much have you made on it? 9 out of 10 people will say none. So then you're going to follow that up with, what if there was a way or a skill that could teach you to multiply your money? What do you want to know about? So you asking, like, when you want to know about it? Because you expect their answer to be yes. So, and how you ask the question is also very important. So, like, in the last 10 years, the amount of money that's flowed through your bank account, how much have you made from it? And 9 out of 10 people say none. And you say, man, yeah, me too. But what if there was a way or a skill that could teach you how to multiply your money and teach me how to multiply my money as well? Wouldn't you want to know about it? So you want to ask like that. And when you get comfortable with asking, you can finesse it in your kind of style to be able to bring the right person that will connect with you as a business partner. So when they say yes, then you want to pique their interest, show the presentation, then do a three-way. So we call it the PS3. You pass them to the presentation, www.imlpresentation.com. You arrange to have a sit down, a one-on-one with them. Then you want to do a three-way, which is be you, the prospect, and then your upline. Then from there, you want to facilitate a Zoom presentation like this, except where they will go over the plan, or you want to do a home event where it brings more than just them, but other people as well into that environment to be able to see the whole presentation as well. From there, then you want to book 4 meetings. And this is how you start to identify who the leaders are. Once you book your 4 meetings, which you could be one a week, depending on your time frame and the commitment that you have committed to how much time you're going to spend. If you're doing this part-time, that's 15 to 20 hours a week. So break that 15 and 20 hours a week up. You can find the time to be able to do all of what is needed to be done, which is book 4 meetings, 1 a week, building a list. You can do that through, if you're getting ready to go to bed, you can write down a list. Find the cracks of time that will help you to be able to get what needs to be done. Then you want to commit to 18 months. We have to keep in mind that success does not happen overnight. Sometimes it looks like it happens overnight, but when we look at people and their success, we have to also look at the journey that led them up to their success. And so that's the same thing with us. Some of us have been in network marketing for 13 years. Some of us have been in network marketing for 6 years. Some of us have been in network marketing at 0 years. But when we start to learn and we start to have personal development, it takes time to start to learn a new skill. But once you learn this new skill, it's something that's going to set us all up for the rest of our life, something that's not going to be taken away from us. Whether you just want to trade, or whether you just want to be a business partner, or whether you want to trade and be a business partner, this skill is what's going to keep you continually making money in the trading industry, in Forex. So you want to commit to at least 18 months, 18-month commitment. You give yourself time to succeed. You don't look to the left. You don't look to the right. You don't look to see what your neighbor's doing over here. You don't see who someone in someone else's group is doing over there. You focus on you, your lane, where you're going. Give yourself time to succeed, because there's no emergencies in iMarkets Live. It's ever learning, ever growing, ever moving, and you have to move with it as well. It's going to be times it's going to be tough. It's going to be times we just want to give up, but then we revert back to those 5 specific reasons of why we wanted to get involved in the first place. So then we have this list that is about personal growth and development. These are the recommended books or audibles that you can get and you can read to start to develop the mind, because it's the mind. Once you get to develop your mind for success, then the actions that lead to success will start to happen. Then the fruits of that success will start to manifest, and then you will see it. And then you will look back and look at your journey and say, wow, look how far I've come. I'm a successful trader right now. I'm helping my team trade right now. And then I'm also helping other people build and be a builder as well. And look how long it took me. Time, it doesn't matter. As long as you commit first to 18 months, get that first commitment, and then see what happens after that. So this is the first things that we do in the first 72 hours of success. And these are the 5 steps to success, 72 hours of fast start. So keep in mind, 72 hours, this is what you should be having, okay? So I'm excited for our team. I'm excited for where we're going and where we're headed. I'm excited about the impact that we're going to make. And I know we got on this Zoom call for a reason, which was to learn the 3 principles of becoming successful. So make sure you have your pen, make sure you have your paper, because if you have team members who weren't able to get on the call, this is the information that you can pass down to your team at a later time. And right now I'm going to introduce and bring on the one who is actually spearheading the whole Project 1000, the one who is actually, our leader, who is teaching us, who is actually becoming a very successful trader himself. So where he's able to be comfortable and confident enough to help teach us and to help us learn how to trade as well, along with IML Academy and IML TV. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up our leader so that he can go ahead and give us the tools of success that we need. Oh Lord. Okay, here we go. Dr. Kelsie, are you on the line, sir?
I am on the line. Can you hear me and can you see me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Well, just want to go ahead and welcome everybody to the call. Great job, Dominique, on the fast start to success. Super excited about all that's taking place here in your organization as well as this whole organization here, guys. So I want a big shout out to all of you who are on and made the call. Wherever you are around the world, I get to say that with validity. We are building a global brand, a global team. Whether you're in the United States or you're in Africa, on the continent of Africa, country Kenya, South Africa, we're really super excited about what's taking place here in this organization. So glad you guys were able to make it on the call wherever you are. Whatever time it is. I know in some different parts of the world, we've got 6 hours and 7 hour time difference. But because you're on the call, because I learned a long time ago that I was told leaders are where the leaders are. Whether it's on a call, whether it's at an event, wherever the leaders are, that's where the leaders are. So if you're on the call today, my hat goes off to you. You're on the leader because we're giving out leader nuggets. We're giving out things that individuals who are made in their heart, made it up in their mind and made it up in their heart that they want to make a difference, not just in their life and the lives of others. So again, my hat goes off to you. Great job, Dominique. Super excited for you. I know P600 is already in the bag. We're working on P1000. We have some big shout out to, I see we've got Grace Mumbai's on the call here. Big shout out to her, P600 out there in Kenya. So we're just super excited about all the people who are out here making it happen. Shout out to all the P150s, the Williams out there. If I didn't say your name, I can't see who's all on the call. I know the last we had about 10 people on the call, which I, really, really, really like 10 people. We're actually building a foundation of leaders. With 10 leaders on the call, guys, 10 leaders could go out there and help their group get 10 people in their group. And, we'll have over 100 people, man, rocking and rolling in this organization. This organization is already have 100 people in this organization. It's a P1000, P2000 loading group. And we're already over 1,000. We're already over 100 people in this group. And so what we're finding out why people are what is keeping people connected to iMarkets Live. And what is that? It's their own personal success. Your personal success, write this down if you're taking notes, your own personal success, right, will fall over into your team success. Your personal success will fall over into your team success. Because you're becoming successful, right, your team's going to be successful. Team, together, everyone achieves more. When you get the understanding that it's not just about you, but it's about who you're going to impact, you're going to see not just your own personal growth, but you're going to see the personal growth that's happening literally in your team and all the people that you come in contact with. And that's not just an IML, that's in everywhere you go. So again, we're excited about what's taking place here. And we're going to give you some nuggets. 3 principles. This is what we've been talking about of why, these are not principles that are theory. These are principles that have been tried from a mentor of mine and have created 6 and 7 figures just trading. So we're finding out that when you started having success trading, then you start talking about your success to other people. Other people want to be a part of that success that you're having. And that's going to give longevity to those who come on board with you, because at the end of the day, people want to see progress, but they have to go through the process to see the progress. So as you go through the process first and start to progress and start sharing your success of what you're having here in iMarkets Live, then people will want to join that process as you go through the progress. So again, let's get it started. We're going to talk about these 3 principles. Okay, not only that, this is coming from a 7-figure trader, it's also coming from myself. Again, we've had some success. I'm going to throw some charts up and some profits up just so you can see that we're having some success. And it all started, with a goal. It all started with a thought in mind. It all started that I could be successful. And I want you to know that you can be successful too. So great fast start training, guys. Make sure that you reach out to Dominique so you can get that actual sheet, okay, and start going through that sheet and sharing that sheet with your brand new people who are coming on board, because I want you to know this is duplicatable. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So you can duplicate what we're doing right, or you can duplicate what you're doing wrong. So we only want to share with you how to do it right. So if you take the wisdom from those who are being successful, then you can turn your experience into wisdom as well. Okay. So, all right. Hopefully you got your notes. I got people chiming in, trying to get in, talking about the network. Hopefully they'll get in, but it's being recorded. So we'll make sure that, we get the link out here after we get it all recorded to make sure that you can go over and over and send it to those who are not able to get in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now as we get ready to go over the 3 principles of a successful IML trader. All right, guys, iMarkets Live, we welcome you guys. Project 1000 Global. Again, my name is Dr. Stephen D. Kelsie here with our super leaders on the call here. And we're talking about how to become a successful IML trader. Now, again, we're talking about things that are not just theory, but actually principles that actually been put into action. We start having some success. Of course, we have learned some lessons on the way. And now we're going to be sharing you what works. What works. Dominique talked about having these dreams, having these, what is your why, your 5 things that you want to see accomplished, you want to accomplish in here at iMarkets Live of being a trader. Well, I also want to share with you, when you make your why, one of those whys need to be you've made your mind up. Your mind has to be made up. There's one thing about when people have a bad day at work. Even though they have a bad day at work, they get up in the morning, and what do? They go back to work. They might even have a bad week. Maybe their boss talked to them, in a way that was inappropriate and they didn't like it. Maybe somebody that came in said something to them or rubbed them the wrong way. They didn't like it. But because they have a reason why they're going to work, it does not matter. It does not matter what's happening or what the situation is about. As long as it is not life-threatening to you, you get up and you go back to work because you want something that's coming from the action that you're putting in on your job. Trading is the same way, guys. When you have made your mind up that this is what you want to be successful in, it does not matter if you had a bad day. It doesn't matter if something happened and rubbed you the wrong way. It doesn't matter if, you're still trying to figure out how to work, some of the products and services. Look, trial and error, but nothing beats a failure but a try. You got to get up in the morning and you got to do it again. And so this is what Project 1000 Global is all about. You have to, we want to make sure our mind up, because when we share this opportunity with people, look, if you share this opportunity with one person and one person gets in, you're responsible for that person. You're responsible because that you shared a dream and a why with that person, and that person really got in business because of you. got in business because you shared your heart about something that you're excited about. So there are three principles that you are either learning or three principles that you either going to learn here in iMarkets Live. And we want to share them with you right now. Principle one, number one, knowledge. Knowledge. Guys, with wisdom comes knowledge. With knowledge comes understanding. With understanding comes revelation. You know, there's going to be a time that right now, if you're brand new, you're on the call, you got started, you're excited about the possibilities of learning how to trade, you start thinking about your dreams, but nothing really is going to happen significant until you get revelation. When it all starts to make sense, when the pieces of the puzzle come together, that's when revelation, that's when you unconsciously not knowing how to do something becomes unconsciously knowing how to do something. It's just going to happen like clockwork. So it's important that you get into the knowledge of learning how to trade. Dominique talked about, the academy, talked about, how to learn in Forex, where the information is. If you want to learn how to become a successful trader, then you have to get the knowledge. Knowledge is learning the basics in Forex. It is the basic. We tell everybody that come on board that there is a place where you have to get your foundation, get your footing, and that's called the IML Academy. You learn all about the basics in Forex. So it's important, like she said, to give yourself at least a minimum of an hour of going through the information and repeatedly going over the information, because you need to continue to get the knowledge and the wisdom from the successful people that are part of IML until it clicks. Until it clicks, you need to keep going. One thing you got to always remember is look at yourself as a student. You are always learning. You are forever learning. Even you are learning when you're not even intentionally trying to learn. Every day you get up, you're watching and seeing something out of your five senses, or however your five senses are working, whether it's your eyes, your nose, your touch, your smell. You're learning about something. And so you need to continue to use that particular principle of learning, getting the information about Forex in the basic IML Academy. As she talked about, I can, if you can't see all that, I'll zoom in a little bit. With the history, you learn about the history of Forex. You learn about, who's participating in Forex, as well as what is Forex, how to buy and sell, etc. There's a lot of information in there, and you should give yourself time to go in there and learn. And I would suggest, guys, making sure that before you talk to your sponsors and your senior business partners about something in Forex, that you at least went through the basics. Because if you don't know how to do something, it's probably because you didn't watch a video. If you don't know how to do something, it's probably that you didn't get the information. You're asking questions about something that's actually what is already there for you and what you have invested for. The information is right there in your back office in IML Academy. As well as she talked about the technical analysis, what is TradingView? What is TradingView? How do you even use TradingView? The tutorial on how to use it, how to mark up trades, how to look at trend lines, where to get confirmation checklists. Before you enter the trade, what are at least 3 to 4 confirmations that you've gotten to know that this particular trade is going to go in the direction that you believe is going. All this information of how to trade is right there at your fingertips. Intermediate, where are the brokers? We tell everybody, get with your upline. Where's the brokers? How do I find brokers? I put a brokers chart out in the group, where you can pick the number one broker all the way down to the last broker, with their spreadsheets and their commission fees in there. Everything is there for you about that. How to do your setup, how to use the MetaTrader 4, what are trends, What's margins and leverage? You know, all this information that you're going to come and ask somebody is right there. Now, once you've gotten the information about that and you still haven't gotten clarity, at least you can go to your business partner, your upline, and say, hey, I was in the intermediate. I've learned about what brokers do. Where do we find the brokers? Now your business partner, your senior business partner knows that you're getting the information. They can help you more clear because they know that you are educating yourself. She talked about the mindset. You know, the mindset is to be a six-figure trader. You've got to have a different mindset. You know, you got to have a mindset to be a five-figure trader. You have to have a mindset to be able to handle things in the market. You have, as Christopher Terry talks about, are you a gladiator? You know what a gladiator has to go through to win? You know, what is the millionaire mindset like? What is even the success mindset? What do successful people do, you know, on a daily basis? This is where you're going to have to develop your mind. Yes, you have to develop your mind to become successful. The amount of development that you get on a daily basis will determine how successful you'll become on a yearly basis. I'm going to say that again. On a daily basis, how well you develop your mind will get you to the point where you're successful in a yearly basis, guys. So this is something that you want to make sure that you, not just you, but everyone in your group, right, knows where to get the information. If they come and ask you a question about something, the first thing you need to ask them, have you went through the basics? Until you go through the basics, I can't help you because I want you to be successful. Okay? I want you to be successful. So have them get the knowledge. Remember, with wisdom comes knowledge. With knowledge comes understanding, and with understanding comes revelation. Look, guys, on the swipe trades, just give you an example. I didn't get swipe trades until I was able to continue to go through how to use the MetaTrader 4, how to copy and paste. Once I got it, once the revelation kicked in, I was off and running. So knowledge is number one principle. Whatever you do, always seek for knowledge. Always seek for knowledge. Ask and you should receive. What's the next one? Seek and you should find. What's the next one? Knock and the door should open. The door is opening when you get revelation. So guys, get the knowledge, get the knowledge, get the knowledge. IML Academy. Number 2 principle, risk management. Risk management. This is really key, guys. Risk management. I want you to look at risk as gain. A lot of successful people are successful because they take risks. They take risk. Okay? They take risks. You know, they are not fearful. Okay? But they become fearful. I'm going to say that again. They're not fearful, but they become fearful. Okay? They take risks. Never risk what you're not willing to lose. Some people can't get started because the first thing they think about is losing. Not knowing that losing is not a failure, but a lesson. Losing, failing your way to success will get you successful. I said earlier, nothing beats a failure but a try. You have to take risks. But when you take risks, you want to have risk management. Let's talk about risk management. As I said, loss is not a failure but a lesson in Forex. Anytime that you have a bad trade, there's a lesson to learn. So look at it like that. Don't look at it as failure or I'm not going to be successful. The only reason why you have a bad trade is because there's a lesson to learn. There's something that was missing to the piece of the puzzle. There's something that you didn't get. Okay, you didn't get the memo on that particular trade. And so the goal then is to go find out what it was, what happened, and then if it ever happened again, you'll be ready for it. You know where you find that out? You find that on IML TV. This is where you're going to get a lot of hands-on live mentorship training from successful traders around the world who have the goods. I like to say they have the cookie. Okay, they have exactly what you need because you don't know it yet, and you can actually see them implement that, and then you can actually implement it in your trades as well. You're going to hear certain language. You're going to hear, what's important to them. You're able to find out of all the traders, you're able to find someone that fits your personality, that you're able to work with, that you see that having some success, that you start implementing, that you start having success too. I was talking to one of our team members in Kenya, and she was talking about the sheriff strategy. This is the strategy that I'm using with the web analyzer, having some success, posting some success. Okay, but she would not be able to have that success before she had some lessons to learn. Okay, and that's the key, not being afraid to get off the bench. You want to be like, put me in the game, coach. You want to be like, look, I'm ready to step up, go on IML TV, because I'm ready to put some trades in, and I want to learn, what the people who are having success are learning. I want to be able to ask my questions in a group chat so I can get what? Revelation. So I can get, okay, that's what the piece that was missing. Now I can go back and I can add it in my strategy. Guys, look, this team is growing all around the world. And if you're a leader, success does not come without inconvenience. I'm going to say it again. If you're a leader, success does not come without inconvenience. Your time zone may not fit my time zone, but because you have a time zone, you can get on. Because you have a time zone, you can get on. So wherever you are, whether your time zone fits the London session, you got to find a way to get up and get on IML TV and start taking your game to the next level. See, you might be only on IML Academy, but you're learning all about Forex. You're learning the basis. You're building your foundation, which is great. You're getting the mindset, get your mind ready. Now you need to take another step up so you can start getting live mentorship training from people who are actually doing this live. You want to be on live sessions. You want to be in the group chat. You want to be able to ask your questions. Get the pieces together so now when you go back and start trading, you have more wisdom and more knowledge, and things are working out for you. The first thing I have, in here, down here to talk about is the mentorship program. Look what it says about mentorship. It's an old saying that I like to say, the teacher is ready when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Let me tell you something. There's no short of mentors. There's no short of mentors, but there are a whole shortage of mentees. Why? Because the teachable part, the trainable part, the coachable part, one of those aspects are missing. If you want to be successful, okay, you are going to have to humble yourself and become teachable, trainable, and coachable. One of the signs where we know where you're being teachable, trainable, and coachable is that a person like that follows directions. A person like that follows directions, whether it's inconvenienced or not. You can only inconvenience yourself for a little while, right? To be convenient, to have a convenient life for the rest of your life. What you do today and how you do it today is going to depict what the rest of your life is going to be like. So right now, if you need to be mentored, you have to get yourself prepared mentally, physically, get your time structure and everything together where you can get the information so you can go to the next level. You get this from your success partner. You get it from IML TV. You get it from your sponsor. You get it from the leadership. You get it from people who have your interest vested, meaning they want to see you become successful. They're already carved out time for you. Okay, so you have to let them know, hey, I'm ready to go to the next level. You know, it is the mentee's job, right, to look for the mentor, to look for the mentorship. It is the mentee's job to say, hey, I want to be the next 5-figure trader. I want to be the next person in my team that's making $100 a day trading. You know, there are people who are making thousands of dollars per trade. Okay, guys, there are people just in Dr. Spiller's group, if you know, it says it pays to know Spiller, that are making, that's doing $20,000 a trade. But they had to become teachable, trainable, and coachable. You can't have a $20,000 a day trade till you have a $5 a day trade. So you have to become become a mentor, a mentee, and become teachable, trainable, and coachable. Number 2, how to trade. How to trade. How to trade. You know, people always tell me, what should my account size be? Your account size should be whatever you can afford it to be. Remember, risk. Do not risk what you're not ready to lose. Okay? Go by what you're ready to lose, not what you want to win. I'm going to say that again. Go by what you're willing to lose, not what you wanted to win. That's going to come. So risk management is real important. Okay, your account size, because your lot size, write this down, your lot size should be in proportion of your account size. A lot of people may not have a big account, but they trading like they do. So if you have $100 account, $100 in your account, you shouldn't be doing standard lot sizes. That just don't make sense. You're gonna blow your account. Okay, so your account size, right? Your lot size should, depict your account size. You have to start wherever you can. They recommend people having $1,000 in their account. That gives them wiggle room. But everybody's getting started in IML wherever they are in life. So, there are brokers that you can get there where the minimum is $5 to put in your account. And there have been people who have literally started an account with $5. Trust me, their lot size wasn't 50 cents. Okay, so your lot size depict your account size. Okay, I'm going to tell you, if you're anywhere between $100 to $500 in your account, your lot size shouldn't be over 0.3. It just shouldn't. It should be 0.3, no more than 0.4. Why? Because if you get a pullback in the trade, okay, then you got to be ready to be able to risk that loss. Okay. The other one is, how many trades, trade orders should I have? That's another one. Sometimes I see people with 3 and 4 trade orders on one trade, but their account sizes, they only got $100 in their account. That's not good. If you got $100, $200 in your account, you shouldn't have no more than 2 orders, or maybe 2 trades with 2 orders. That is it. With the right appropriate lot size. Remember, this is risk management, okay? So make sure that we're going to teach about compounding, our money on our next segment for this group. We want to see this group win. So you have to be able to start small to end up looking good and looking big, okay? So taking profits, when to take profits. On every trade, whether I send out a signal, or whether it's from swipe trades, you guys, they give you take profits. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. If you're a beginner, you should be satisfied with take profit 1. You should be excited about getting 20 pips or 25 pips a day on a trade. That's it. You should be excited about that. I would be setting goals. When I first got started here at IML, I wanted to make $20 a day. Do you know $20 a day on a trade is $100 a week, just trading that I could implement into my life? At the end of the month, that's $400. Okay, that's where I started now. Right now, I'm somewhere between $100 and $150, $160 a day, but I had to start off at $20. So be willing to set up, take profit 1, and get out. Pips Focus on pips and not on money. Beginners focus on money. Professionals focus on pips. We want to show you a strategy how you can pip your way to success. Not pimp your way, but pip your way. Pip your way to success. We're coming out with something called the 18 pip strategy. The 18 pip rule strategy. It's going to show you how to compound your interest. Super excited about that as well. How to secure your profits. Guys, we're going to talk about securing profits. Learning how to bring up your stop loss when your trade is running in the right direction. You've got some wiggle room just in case it pull back, so it hits your stop loss before it passes your entry. That way it kicks you out with money. Any profits is better than no profit. So learning how to secure your profits is real important. And then how to take partial profit. This is really key. How when you only have a winning trade and it's really tracking, you can take partial profits by closing out your trade, but instead of closing it, you're actually minusing out your lot size, getting it down. I take at least half, where you can take half your profits as your trade keeps going, just in case that if it pulled back, you again still have profit. These are some key things when it comes to risk, really on a positive side. Having the right lot size for the right count size, how many trade orders you should have. If you're brand new, shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 at one time with appropriate lot size. Taking profits by securing your going to the first take profits. 18, 20 pips is no more than 30 pips. We tell you, don't be greedy in the market. Take what the market gives you and be happy with that. Okay. Also securing your profits by moving up your stop loss in front of your entry once you have some wiggle room, as well as taking partial profits. Super excited about principle 2. Number 1, knowledge. Number 2, risk management. Have the right risk management. And number 3, guys, discernment and discipline. Discernment and discipline. This is key. I'm going to tell you, I've learned so much, even with my personality, is not being so disciplined, meaning patient. I have a get up and go personality, and that is not really good to have when it comes to trading in Forex. You want to learn how to be patient. Patience is golden when it comes to trading in Forex. What does this say? It says, through discerning and having discipline, financial peace is possible for us all. Man, another saying is, patience is a what? Virtue. The value of being patient is going to come to the one who understands that the most. Not running after trades, but reacting to the trade. Learning how to react, getting your confirmations, not just jumping in something because somebody else jumped in it. Getting the right signal, when to know, that this trade is actually going to do, what the market is saying it's going to do. So always have a student mentality in Forex. Always making sure you get your confirmation. Always making sure you have the pieces of puzzles together before you trade. Look, there's $5.4 trillion per day in this particular industry here in trading Forex. You're not going to miss out on anything. You're not going to miss out on any money. And there's always another trade coming, especially if you're on a web analyzer. There's always another trade coming. So, don't be so quick to just jump in. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence on your trade. Always have a student mentality when it comes to Forex. Study to show thyself approved. Don't be afraid of getting more wisdom about something. Learning is really a key. Using the IML products and services, learning about swipe trades. I'm still, even though that I'm able to do a little bit more and able to mark up trades, and I've learned about trend lines, and I know how to set my own take profits, and I do on my own trades. I still get swipe trade. Why? Because the more the merrier. I have put a trade together, and then swipe trade, they put one out right after me on the same trade, same pairs, going in the same direction. That made me feel good because I've only been doing this a few months. I've only been doing this a few months, 7, 8 months. You know, there are people who are master traders on swipe trades, been doing this for a long time, years. So it gives me more confidence that the trade I marked up is actually going to do what they believe it's going to do and what I believe it's going to do. Why? Because we've studied the market. We've studied, we've watched, we're getting the products and services, and they're becoming successful with the products and services. So don't discount swipe trades. If you haven't got swipe trades yet, I recommend that you get swipe trades. I still recommend that you get, the web analyzer. Guys, Dr. Spiller is making a fortune with the web analyzer because he's mastered a strategy and put a strategy together and using that strategy on the web analyzer. And he is a 7-figure trader. He's a 7-figure trader, guys. You learn the strategies and from successful traders and implement it with your own touch using the IML software. Okay, that is a bullet in the gun ready to be shot. The next thing you want to make sure that you do when you start to learn, okay, this is real important. Before you teach, you put in action what you learn. Before you teach, you put in action what you learn. See, you have to become the next success story. You have to be the one that others are waiting to see progress before they start down the journey. So you have to put what you've been learning in action. Okay? Know when to trade. Know when to trade. How do you know when to get in the trade? After I got my confirmations. When the last time you've been on Forex Factory, kind of know what's happening, in the Forex world. That's a great source to use. I wouldn't just count on that being the one and main confirmation of a trade, but that the more confirmations you get, the better. So making sure you know what's happening in the market. Now, does the news move the market? It moves the market, but it puts more fear in the market than it controls the market. Okay. The number one, if you've been on IML Academy, the number one participant in the market that controls the market is the banks, okay, and hedge funds. So the news is not, they're the one that's making the news. They already know where the market is going. Okay, so no, the news is not going to move it in a significant direction. It may move it, it may give it be more volatile, but it's not going, they know where the market is going to be going weeks, days, and weeks and months before. This is why if you track a particular pair, you can go back a month and kind of see where the trend has been going. Even though you may think you the trend is going up, you go back in a month and it look like it's in a downward spiral. The trend is going down. So in a sell market. So know what's happening in the news, and also set daily pip goals. Like I said earlier, I set up $20 a day until I consistently hit $20 a day. I stayed at $20 a day. So set up goal. Remember, if you have no goals, right, you have nothing to shoot for. Okay, so make sure you have a goal based off your account size, lot size, and how you can compound daily. Set up some goals. Study the market structure. Learn about structure. Learn about supply and demand. Learn about, pullbacks. Learn about, the bullish and the bearish candles. Learn about structure. It's real important to learn about structure. This was one easy thing that I learned from my mentor about impulse, pullback, or flag continuation. When you look back into a trade, you can actually see what the structure is, the resistance, the floor, the ceiling, all these things I'm saying. If you've been studying, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so learn market structure and have 2 favorite pairs in the market, at least 2, no more than 3, where you can do that with. where you can trade on a consistent basis and literally learn how those pairs are moving. Some pairs move slow, pairs move fast. Some you learning the head and shoulders. There's another structure. And it could be upside down or it could be upside right. All these different things that we learn about how the market structure is, you can see that literally in the pairs that you start studying. I've gotten an eye. That's why discernment is in there. I've gotten an eye for certain pairs, when to get in, when to get out, based off how I went back and looked at these pairs over the period of time. And you will develop the eye too. Okay, but if you do not put something forward in action, you'll never develop an eye, because you have to continue to see it over and over and over and over. And after you start having some success, talk about some of your lessons that you've learned. You teach it. You teach it to your team. You teach it and duplicate it. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. So you want to teach what you're having, the success you're having. You want to teach about with the pitfalls. You want to teach about what pairs, what to look out for. You want to teach, because why? If you teach what's happening to your group, and the success that you're having, you're going to end up having a big trading group. You guys are going to have a big group wherever you are. That's what you want. You want to be able to trade. You want to be able to have a meeting of doing some trades, and you also want to have meetings about opportunity. So you want to teach it and then duplicate it. Your team will be happy when they are winning. And that's what you want. You want people to win. The only way they're going to win is that you be there for them and you out here doing it first. And then you start to share what's happening with you and your success. And then they will do the same thing. Remember, people don't oftenly do what you say, but they more oftenly do what you do. So if they see you doing it, then they'll go ahead and put their toe in the water. When you put your foot in the water, then they'll put their foot in the water. When you put both feet in the water, they'll put their feet in the water. As you continue to go and have success and then promote your success, then your team will start to follow you. Guys, super excited about what's taking place with the 3 principles. I can put this out in the group. You can also have this PowerPoint to share, but don't teach it without doing it first. I'm going to say it again. Don't teach it without doing it first. You got to be the one to do it first. I also want to share, something, of what happened last week with you guys with trading. Got to make sure this is it. Got to make sure this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. This is what I want you to see. Now, we have a signals group. And I'm gonna let you guys know the signals group is a great group. That I think it's an elite group, because everybody in the signals group have made a decision to invest in their education. There's benefits for that. Not only everything that we just talked about, but we've been putting out signals in the other groups, and we found out that there are people who just want signals. Look, the people who pay the price should get the benefits. The people who are out here really investing in their education, they should get the benefits. It's almost okay to cheat on the test, because you can't cheat on the test unless you go look on somebody else's page, right? But if you invest in your education, right, and you're serious about developing yourself to become a successful trader, then you should be in the signals group. You should be able to get some benefits. Now, you don't have to take all the trades. I mean, we've got people in the signals group that didn't take all the trades. We even had a couple of losses last week. I know I got kicked out of the CAD JPY. Got kicked out, knocked out. I got kicked out of I believe the USD CAD one time. Hit my stop loss, but I had my entry point up, so I made a few dollars. But look, over a period of a time, I'm telling you, $20 gold, $20 a day. Even though we had a couple of bad trades, and I shared this with a couple of other people, one trade will put you back in the game. This is why you do not take, you take losses serious, but you do not take it so serious where it knocks you out the game. You count your losses as lessons, because at the end of the week, what does that say? What does that say? $823.60. At the end of the week, look at the date so you know it's last week. Okay? So at the end of the day, at the end of the week, we still had a profitable week. Okay? So I want you to understand, don't take things so serious where it knocks you off your game and you put your why on the back burner. Failure is just lessons that need to be learned. You learn the lesson in that. Let me get with my team. Let me get with my group. Let me get with my sponsor. Let's figure out what we got to do, because I got to get back in the game, because one trade will put you back in the game and you will have a great day. Guys, super excited about all of this. I know anybody may have any questions. I want to check out the group, see if anybody had their hands up about anything. I see some questions. Awesome. Thank you. Fabulous. So if you had any questions about, today, because we're right on an hour, which is really good. The floor is open, but I want to let you guys know this week is looking real promising. There's some great things lining up tonight. Make sure that you are on IML TV at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We know that if you're in South Africa, that's 6 hours. I believe that's 6 hours ahead. But if you're in Kenya, that's 7 hours ahead. So make sure, find out. If you need my help to find out what time zone or who you can be looking, there's another particular IML TV group that I'm going to be promoting from Dr. Spiller. I'm going to be promoting. I'm going to actually find out, the time that they're going to be on, because I want to learn. I want to learn about morning stars. I want to learn about, because this gentleman is like, he's the hottest sought art trader and builder right now in IML, 7-figure trader, making big things happen. We want to give you the best. We want this group to have the best. So guys, if you don't think that you're the best, you need to start changing that mindset. You need to start speaking and confessing what you want. You need to confess. If you want to be a 7-figure trader, 6-figure trader, 5-figure trader, $100 a day trader, $50 a day trader, whatever it is, you want to start confessing that and start believing that, and then doing the due diligence, inconvenience yourself, get on IML Academy, get on IML TV. Make sure that if you have anybody that is in your group that's actually have active subscriptions, that we get them in the signals group so we can give them the chance, give them another loaded gun that they can have an opportunity to become successful in trading. Now, hopefully this helped you. Hopefully we're going to continue to have more team meetings more regularly. So yes, more regularly, where we want to have weekly team trading sessions on the trading days. I'm giving you a couple of nuggets right now. I learned from Dominique. We, really don't trade on Sundays. We really don't trade on Mondays. Sundays and Mondays is like setting. Let's find out what a market is going to do after being turned off for 2 days. Let's find out what the market is doing. Let's get on IML TV with Stevenson Linder and find out what the market is going to do. And then by Tuesday, okay, we may have one trade going, but trust me, by Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, that's game day. That's game day. There's a lot of money to be made. Until we really, really get some time under our belt, guys, we need to start learning the strategy and these 3 principles and implementing them into our game plan to become successful. And remember, one trade can turn your whole week around. So do not, get weary in well doing. Continue to get your 2 free, helping people get 2 free. If you are somewhat a builder, this is what I want you to focus on right now, and then we'll close it at this. We'll close it at his. Everybody we want to teach, even though they're telling 2 people free, everybody, this is you, want to get 3 people, whether you're a customer or IBO or not, you want to make sure that you at least P150 status. Whether you're a customer or whether you're an IBO, it's fine. We want you to get 3 active customers in your business. You have P150 status. Now, if your goal is to be a P600 and you're building, all you want to do is help those 3 get their 3. Okay, with the help of your upline, myself, Dominique, some of the other leaders on the call here, Grace, Franca, all of you guys, and help them go P150. That's it. There are people who are making 6 figures trading and they're only P600. We've got people who are making thousands of dollars in the business of trading here in Forex and IML, but they're only at P600. Why did that happen? Because they followed the system of getting their 2 people free, and they added 1 more person. And then they started having results. And when they started having results, they started posting their results, and people just started coming on board. People want to know more about Forex. So that's how we do it. You want to be a P600 leg as a customer or an IBO. Okay, get to P600 and we'll talk about getting to P1000. But at the end of the day, this is what you want your structure to look like. This is what you want your structure to look like. P600. Everybody can do P600. Everybody can have 12 people in their group. Everybody can have 12 people in their group. With the help of your upline, them placing people underneath you, everybody can have 12 people in your group. That is easy. Okay? So that's it. 1 hour. We went over a little bit, but we're going to be talking about the next thing we're going to come back on. We're going to be talking about it's coming up here in Spring Hill, the 14th of this month. We're going to have Joel Jolly. He's going to be actually doing some showing us structure and trend lines. And I'm going to be talking about how to actually get into trade. Hopefully we'll have a trade that we can get into. That's going to be at a hotel. That'll be live. It won't be on Zoom. But we'll be Zooming. We will be Zooming for people who are out of the country, and be looking out for that. Be looking out for our next event that is coming up here on Zoom. We'll be posting that. Let's probably post that on a weekday where we can actually be trading on a weekday. We want to really start implementing these meetings on trading days. Whether it's early for us, we'll have a meeting so people from out of the country can be on, and then we'll have another meeting, for people in the United States. So appreciate you guys. A lot of respect for our leaders here. Let's go out here and make it happen. Confess what you want, and then go after it. Believe it. Never stop believing, and never stop walking by faith, guys. Appreciate you, Dominique, for coming on and talk about the 72-hour fast start training. Make sure I have your 5 dreams and goals written down on the paper, guys. And let's go out there and let's help get our 2 people. Let's get everybody. Let's everybody go back out there and get 2 people. Let's go back to the basics. Get reignited, re-excited about our dreams and goals. Let's go out here and help enough people get what they want so we can have what we want. Guys, we appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Be looking out for the signals. Be looking out for all the information that's happening in the group. And I'll be talking with you soon, okay? Take care, and good night or good day.